Good morning. Good morning, baby bees. How are we? It's me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot in the morning. I'm gonna give it a minute and see if we have some peeps and some homes that come in. So I see a couple watchers. So my loves, I hope you're having a very beautiful morning. So sometimes I come on and I do the collective coffee. So I basically do just like a little daily energy read for the signs, but I do according to the element, like sort of like a mini element by design. But on the Patreon, what I do is I do the daily energy read, but I do it for all the signs, all 12 of y'all. So I figured, since a lot of you aren't on the Patreon, I was very called to kind of do that today. I was gonna do the collective coffee like how I normally do, but I'm feeling very drawn to do all 12 signs today. So y'all must need it. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna use a combination of the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and we're also going to use a combination of the Light Seers Tarot. We're gonna combine them as we do here, as we do. So before we get into anything, let's start with a little prayer. Father God, thank you for bringing me and my baby bees together here this morning. I ask that we bring through messages for their highest of love, light, alignment, assignment. We praise you and we thank you. I ask that you bless these messages, that you cover these cards. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen, Beehive. Hey, Amy, good morning. Good morning, Amy. Oh, I love that you caught me too. I know so many of the baby bees are all over the place. I think for a lot of my Australians, my South Africans, it's like the middle of the night for you guys. I've been trying to post the weeklies a little bit earlier in the morning because I know that with the time differences and everything, it's crazy. You guys are all spread out all over God's green earth. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna shuffle these up a little bit. I think we're gonna start with Aries. I just posted the Aries weekly video this morning. It was gorgeous. Aries, you had a gorgeous read. Taurus, you go up after this. After this, the Taurus video will go up. Taurus was also an absolutely gorgeous read. So beautiful. We are so thankful to God for bringing us those messages. Yes, yes. It's early, y'all. It's pretty early for Mama B over here. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, so what we do, like I said, on the Patreon is we do all 12 signs. We pull 3-4 cards. We see what's going on with you guys. So, I said Aries, we're going to start with you. Let's see. This deck is so big. This deck is so big, y'all. 2, 3. All right, this one too? Okay. All right, Aries. Let's see what's going on with you, my loves. You have the 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands in reverse. In reverse. So there's an energy that you're having right now, Aries, today that is feeling like when you collaborate with other people, your efforts are going a little bit wasted, right? Because the 3 of Wands often talks about collaborating on a project, on a path, on a project of sorts. And the 6 of Pentacles talks about that reciprocal, equal give and take. I pour into you, you pour back into me. So it's this energy that every time you feel like you collaborate with other people, they're not really investing. It's sort of like doing a group project all by yourself. But then you have it followed up by this Moth card. This is a card of surrendering. Followed up immediately by this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost the idea that you have to surrender the idea today, Aries, that your success is tied in the collaboration with other people. It's not that we can't take in other people's opinions, that we want to separate ourselves from our communities, right? But it's the idea that you need other people in order to plant your seeds, right? You can farm all by yourself. You don't need other people to do it. Sometimes the best ideas that we have are kind of in our own brain. Sometimes we work better independently because other people put too much of their own projections, opinions onto what we're doing, and it sort of muddies the creative waters of what sort of God has put into our hearts to do, right? Our own mission. So sometimes it's best to work independently, Aries. So let's see, Taurus. Taurus, what's going on with you today, Taurus? Oh, your reading was so beautiful. I'm like reminiscing on the Taurus reading. It was so beautiful. And fun. The shufflemancy that came through on the Taurus reading was super fun. Where's your coffee? I don't know. Where's your coffee? Get your tea, girl. Hot toddy. I don't know how you guys do. Sunseed, hi, yay. I'm trying to do more lives. Yeah, it's really fun. The lives are like way more fun than I thought that they were going to be. I'm really enjoying them. I get to talk to you guys more. You guys want these cards? Okay. Okay, I'll take those too. Get a couple more. Let's get a couple more. All right. Let's see, Taurus. Okay, first two cards, very cool. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, followed up by the Six of Swords. So we're cutting ourselves loose from something today, Taurus, in order to move to calmer waters. Hi, Carrie, look, hi, my love. We're cutting ourselves loose today. We're to move into calmer waters. This could be cutting ourselves free from mental anxieties, with sword being air, like logical, cerebral energy, cutting ourselves free from doubts, from paranoia, from that self-sabotaging feeling that when we want to do something, all of a sudden, all these little thoughts creep into our head that kind of make us feel like we can't do it. Cutting ourselves off, moving to calmer emotional waters for ourselves. Then you have it followed out by the Starfish, the Crow in reverse, and then you have the Eight of Wands. So that's interesting. So the Starfish is something it's very special. It can also be Aquarian energy, but it's something that you kind of perhaps had your eyes set on. It also speaks of individuality, your special uniqueness, your quirkiness. With the Crow in reverse, it's almost telling me that some of the creeping thoughts you've had in your head have been telling you that maybe you're not as competent or as capable as you know that you are, that you're not as special or unique, or you don't have a particular purpose or mission or assignment for your life, when deep down inside you really feel like you do, because you do. But the Eight of Wands is saying that you're having this communication. Maybe you're explaining it to other people, but it really feels like an internal conversation with yourself, kind of getting to the point, getting to your point of center, where you remind yourself that you are special. You haven't been following your intuition about that, about how special you are, but now you're cutting yourself free from all of those self-defeating thoughts today, which is beautiful. We love that. We encourage that around here. Yes, look at the bottom of the deck. Hermit in reverse. Coming out of that hermit mode. We're not sleeping on ourselves today, Taurus. We are confident. We are capable. We are loved. Yes, yes. I know. I know the lights today, Amy. I know. Morse code going on. Listen, if you can decipher the Morse code, I encourage you to do so. They've been like this for a couple hours. They've been doing this for a couple hours. They weren't doing this when I first arose this morning, but they've been doing it for a little while. They've been doing it for a little while. Let me see. This one side of the deck really wants to talk a lot. Next, Gemini. My Geminis. How we doing today, Gemini? I did this for you yesterday on the Patreon, and the big advice was that you guys needed a good night's sleep last night. That you guys really needed a good night's sleep. So I hope that you got that good night's sleep. Got to charge up your batteries. One more. Gemini. I love me a Gemini. I really do. I am like a magnet for Geminis. I don't know what it is, but I really am. And I love a Gemini. My Mars is a Gemini, so. Yes, you finally saw what the others were seeing about the light. Yeah, I had to make that video. I don't know, maybe like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, something like that, explaining about the lights, because I had so many people commenting about it. You want this card? I'll take it. Oh, okay. That's what you want me to. All right, fine. I'll take them all if you really want me to. It's a lot of cards, but I'll take them all. All right, Gemini. So first out, we have the 10 of Swords in reverse, followed by the 3 of Swords and the Star. So that's really interesting. So what we're doing today, Gemini, is we are really getting to a place where we're letting go of all of the times, because these are both Swords energy, right? So Swords is, like I said, it's air, it's logic, it's where you like to sit. You like to sit in your head. If a Pisces or a Cancer or Scorpio likes to sit in their feelings, right? If fire signs like to sit in their excitement, earth signs like to be grounded, you like to sit in your headspace. It's where you feel most confident. You feel secure when you can kind of logically make sense of everything. But the one thing that's really hard to make sense of is heartbreak, right? It's disappointment. It's things that in the past were once our star, things that we wished for, dreamed about, wanted, prayed for so badly. And when they go to shit or they don't come to fruition, right? We can't make sense of that, right? When you go, I did everything right and I did the thing and they did this and I don't understand where it all went wrong. But sometimes you just have to call it all grace and know that life's rejection is God's protection. And sometimes we don't get what we want because we deserve so much better, that there's a higher quality of love for us because there's a higher anointing for us, right? And so with the 10 of Swords in reverse, it's saying really almost like not trying to figure it out anymore. You're like, you know what? I can't figure it out. I'm not going to try. Sometimes things just don't work out, and that's okay. Hi, H. Hello. Good morning. Oh, friends over a margarita? Hell yeah. I love to make my friends over margaritas. Now, with the Otter in reverse, this is a card of community. This is a card of friendship. This is a card of like positive relationships. Very much in lieu of like the Dolphin card. So again, realizing that sometimes our picker is off, right? Before we're awake, before we're saved, before we kind of realize our self-worth and our integrity, sometimes the people that we pick for ourselves aren't necessarily like sitting on the right side of Jesus, right? And so they do us wrong. We can't make sense of that, but we're learning to let that go because you do have the gazelle out next. And what do gazelles do? They prance, they move, they get on, they move forward, and they do it quickly and they do it gracefully, most importantly. As things are setting on certain situations, a little bit like the firefly spirit, right? As that happens, we get onward, but we go upwards at the same time. And with the lizard spirit in reverse and the panther, that's really about learning to shed that skin. Shed the things we don't need anymore. Very 10 of Swords. Let it roll off your back. Don't be sticky, right? Don't let these past experiences, past disappointments, don't let them stick to you. In Christ, in God, we are like Teflon. We are smooth. Things roll off us. We move on gracefully. And most importantly, we empower ourselves, right? Very good. Very good, Gemini. We had to walk that out with you for a second. That's all right. Cancer. Okay, I'll take it. Some of the guys are just flipping out. Cappy, Gemini, Leo. Those are great placements. Those are great placements. That's like sustained fuel. Cappy, Gemini, Leo. I just heard sustained fuel. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Work, Cancer. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. You want a lot of animal cards today, I see. Okay. You see me. All right, Cancer. So you have the rabbit in reverse, followed up by the zebra. So what this tells me, the zebra represents your individuality. It represents your second sight. It represents you being unique and quirky in a very black and white world, right? But the rabbit in reverse speaks a lot about paranoia to me. So it's the sense that you're feeling perhaps if you stepped fully into your idiosyncrasies, into your quirks, into your isms, just really like let your freak flag fly, that you are feeling a little nervous, paranoid, anxious, that you might be a little bit ostracized from the community, right? People might, if they realize how weird you are, Cancer, they might not want to hang out with you anymore. But here's a secret. As a Pisces, from me to you, if you are worried that people think that you are weird, I promise you, they already do. They already think that you're weird, and that's probably part of the reason why they like you, okay? So don't be nervous about that, because in that nervousness, you have the Swan in reverse. So this talks about not really self-reflecting enough, not having enough appreciation that you are as God made you, right? If you have a weird little laugh, or you walk a little funny, or you have a different sense of humor, like, that's okay, that's good. Don't get in your emotional body about it and then start churning up your own waters because you feel like you have to be like anyone else in order to fit in. Your proper soul tribe, your kingdom family, the people that are meant to be in your life, they will just naturally attract themselves to you as you authentically live in your purpose, in your mission. And with the Dragon card coming out next, this is a spirit card. This is the eye of God in and of itself, staring you down like, listen, Cancer, you know who you are. You know what I made you to be. Be it, live it, love it, embrace it. Two of Swords in reverse. Don't be blind to who you are. You are special. It's okay to be special. Sometimes when you're special, your group gets a little bit smaller. It's supposed to. Not everybody is supposed to have access to you all of the time. They're not going to appreciate you. They're going to make you sit at the lunch table all by yourself. That's fine, because at least you're safe there. Nobody's going to bother you there. We want you in your full authenticity. Cut yourself free. Don't be blinded. See how special you really are. It's cool. That's cool, Cancer. Double Cancer ready. Oh, look at you. Big up, super special crew. That's right, super special. That's right, H. I love Cancers. I'm like a magnet for Cancers too. My South Node's in Cancer, so they just like, they come to me. My mom's a Cancer. My mom's a Cancer Leo cusp. That's intense. That is an intense placement. Cancer Leo cusp is like, it's like a hot spring. You did watch the light explanation, Carrie? Yeah. It's funny. I'm like, they want you to pay attention. The lights were like, bang. It's like, Spirit is loud in this house. You should see what they do when I'm not on here. 17 as I say that. All right, let's see, Leo. Let's see what we got going on for you. Why won't you shuffle? I'm not shuffling anymore. That's what I just heard, Leo. Y'all were sassy yesterday. A little bit, Leo. And the Patreon energy read, you guys were a little sassy. So was Virgo. You guys are both a little sassy yesterday. Virgo especially. Do you see this? Like, get in this honeycomb. I'm hearing. You see my face? I'm like, What is going on with you? All right. Hold please. Hold please for production. Oh. Okay, Leo. Okay, Leo. So, you have the Two of Wands, followed up by the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse. And then you have it, the Phoenix in reverse, the Octopus in reverse, and then Temperance in reverse. Do you know what I see right here, Leo? I see that there's a path that you know that you want to take, that is in your spirit, that you know you want to. Trying not to even, you're like trying to talk yourself out of it instead of hyping yourself up about why it's a good idea. But meanwhile, it's bubbling up inside of you, right? Because what you're doing is strangling this rebirth energy for yourself, leaving yourself unbalanced because you're avoiding doing the thing that you know you're supposed to be doing, the thing that your heart and your soul is really calling you to be doing. Good morning, Travis and Marquetta. Oh, Marquetta! Oh, my babies. Oh, my baby bees. That's what you're doing right now, Leo. I see this. I peep your frustrations. Look at you. You're like, oh, well, nothing, Leo. You know what you want to do. You know where you want to go. There's a fire in your belly. You probably have indigestion right now is what's going on. There's a fire in your belly. You're trying to talk yourself out of it. You're not telling anyone else what this big dream you have inside of you is. So it's just bubbling up. It's just boiling up, kind of like almost like burning you up from the inside out. You might actually have heartburn. You might actually be dealing with heartburn right now, Leo, or like indigestion, or like a sour belly, like a sour stomach, or something like that. 2020 when I said that. So I'm like, So yeah, you're basically strangling your own rebirth because you're afraid of it, and it's leaving you very unbalanced, which look, with the Seven of Cups, this too is making you feel like you don't have any options. When you do have an option, it's the option that God put in your heart about what you're meant to do and the kind of person you're meant to be. Stop it. You can't stop the rock, Leo. You can't. You can try, but you're just going to give yourself a bellyache until you just let it go and just go with God and do what you know you want to do. Look at this. Just let love in, Leo. Let love in. Pour that energy in to the things that you want, the kind of person that you want to be. Don't do that to yourself. You're gonna make yourself sick. Amy. You guys need some Tums. My Leos need some Tums. You're gonna need some Pepto. You need a pep talk with Jesus and a Pepto-Bismol. That's what you need today, Leo. I'll keep your frustrations. I'll see you. Told you, you guys were being sassy on the Patreon yesterday. I'm excited to see what we have for Virgo today. Virgo was, woo! My Virgos were being mischievous on the Patreon. Thank you, Father God, for these messages. These silly little baby bees today. Hi, Jilly. How are you? Okay, I'll take both then. Ace of Cups again. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Virgo and Leo, we're gonna put you guys in a room and let you guys just deal with each other for a little bit. You guys need to encourage each other. You have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups in reverse. And then you have the Tiger Spirit in reverse, followed up by the Eight of Cups. And then you have the Camel with the Sun in reverse, and then the Stingray in reverse, and the Fool. So what I see here is that you are feeling like you have no opportunity to have an emotionally fulfilling beginning. You're sitting here, you want to come out of this like humdrum, like nothing's gonna work out with me energy, but meanwhile, you have your heart all closed off with this Tiger in reverse that's saying that you don't feel like you're backed by spirit, you don't feel like God has your best interest at heart, you don't feel like you're protected, you feel like you're being thrown to the wolves somehow because things consistently don't feel like they're working out for you. So here you go, instead of being patient, instead of being confident, instead of feeling like full of faith, you're trying to like put one foot in front of the other, walk out to like, feels a little bit like band-aiding, honestly. Like you don't feel like you're protected, like you don't have an opportunity, like there's no new loving seed that's being presented to you, even though you want to come out of this energy. But because of that, you feel like you're not protected, so you're trying to like walk off to go like find something else, which it feels almost a little bit like instant gratification, like something just sort of like temporarily soothe you. And this Camel talks about like putting like water in your hump, tools in your toolbox, resources, like trying to gain like some kind of sustenance to like get you through some kind of long night. Like it's always gonna be like this, so I better like hunker down now because I know the sun's not gonna come out for a while, so I better get all of my resources that I need now. But the Stingray, this is basically like the Temperance card. This is saying that it's like you're not balancing your energy at all, and what you need to be doing is pulling in that Fool energy, that childlike faith, that excitement, right? That anything's possible. She holds amethyst in her hand. That's a stone of amplification. Amplify your faith, right? Anything could happen, and life's an adventure. And as long as I'm open and loving and open heart has to come with an open mind as well. It may not come in the way that I thought it was going to come in, but maybe it'll come in even better, right? I am, turn this upside down. I am protected. I am loved. This also is a card about turning trigger moments and aggressiveness and any like anger or anything that we're dealing with, resentment, bitterness, any of that stuff, turning it into wisdom, learning from that lesson, transmuting that energy into fuel. Whereas again, once it's turned upside down, not only do you not feel protected, but then it's like burying those feelings of like resentment or upset. And then again, it's like my belly burns a little bit. The two of you need to like take a Costco stock of Pepto-Bismol right now. But what we need to do, like I said, is pull in this faith, childlike faith, amplify your faith. Let your faith be louder than your fears. Lean into it. Don't lean away, lean into your future. You can't fall on your face when you fall on your face, Virgo. Yes? Very good, very good. Nashville Mama, hi. Oh, thank you, you're so sweet. I love you so much. The Capricorn reading was great. I loved that Capricorn reading. I'm good, Jilly. Hanging out, we're having some coffee. We're flipping it and reversing it, having a good time. Aries went up this morning. Taurus reading goes up after this. It's already processed. All I gotta do is click the button. Patreon energy already went up this morning. I cleaned my room, I did a face mask. We're doing good. We're ahead of the game today, Jilly. It's cloudy, it looks like Sleepy Hollow outside. Feeling like Johnny Depp. I hope all you guys are doing good. I hope you're well rested. Lots of rest. Lots of blessings today. Lean with it. Roll with it. That's right. Lean with it. Rock with it. You know how we do here, Amy. You know. I don't gotta tell you because you already know. All right. Let's see. Libra. Happy birthday to my Libras. We're just about out of your season. I just heard, oh. When does Scorpio season start? I'm not an astrologist. If it's the 22nd, it might start today. If that's the case, well, happy birthday, Scorpios. And I'm sorry, Libras. Okay, I'll take these cards because obviously you fell into my lap. Maybe that's something for you, Libra. Something's gonna fall into your lap today? Maybe. Okay, fine, I'll take this card. Do you hear that pop? Okay, I'll take this card too. What? Okay. Hey, Nicola, how you doing? Okay, Libra, so here's the thing. You have the Peacock in reverse, followed up by the Ace of Wands. How beautiful is this Ace of Wands card, by the way? Followed up by the Eight of Swords in reverse. So okay, let me go through all of them. Yeah, let me go through all of them. And then you have the Page of Swords in reverse, followed up by the Hangman, the Two of Wands in reverse, and then the Moth card in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that you got an idea. Perhaps something's going to fall in your lap today, an opportunity, an idea, some kind of light bulb moment. But the thing is that I think there is potentially a path, an idea, something that you have that you're really excited about. It's the thing that you think is gonna like cut you loose, cut you free from whatever ties that currently bind you. But with the Peacock in reverse, it talks a little bit about superficiality. It talks a little bit about pride as well. So it's almost like this is gonna be an easy way out. This is a great idea and this is gonna be an easy way out. But with the Page of Swords in reverse, that's telling me that whatever this idea is, this path is for you, it is something that's going to require a little bit more research. It's gonna require a little bit more like intellectual planning than I think you want to do right now. It's almost like just like off with the wind, like off to the races, but it's like off to the races, but before you get to the races, you also have to like saddle up your horse, put its shoes on, put the thing, you know what I mean? Get the reins on, like you can run off with the horses, but you need to make sure that horse is ready too. So there is an energy of needing to put a little bit of thought and structure into it, take in a little bit of that Virgo energy, because you do have the Hangman. Because I think if you take off running a little too quickly, you might come into a couple hurdles, right? If your saddle's not on right, you're gonna bump your booty, and you're not gonna like that. And it's gonna make you feel a little bit indecisive, like, wait, I thought this was a good idea. Like, why isn't this running as smoothly as I thought? Because you need to make sure you're properly prepared for it. And with the Two of Wands and the Moth as well, is that perhaps part of this idea, this strike of brilliance, this light bulb moment, it's supposed to be like a breadcrumb, like a seed, right? It's like follow the yellow brick road, because you have to surrender a little bit. You're not necessarily surrendering to the fact that this is a piece of the puzzle. This isn't the entire puzzle. There's something bigger that's expanding for you. And I think in taking that kind of moment to do a little bit of research, prepare yourself, prepare this plan, just kind of go through it a little bit more in your mind, you will find a way to expand this vision, because you might be thinking of it a little too like narrowly right now, if that makes sense. I hope it does. I hope it does. Let's see. Scorpio. It might be Scorpio season. That could be a thing for you, Scorpio. I'm like, is it Scorpio season? That's you. You're like, is it my season? Is it my due time? Is it my time right now? Is my number up? Is it here yet? Should I still be waiting? Is it my time? Is it my time to celebrate? It did start today. I literally, did you hear that pop? I was like, I looked at your name, I heard that pop, and I was like, why do I feel like Nicola's asking herself that right now? Happy birthday to the Scorpios. I love me a Scorpio. Every Scorpio that I've ever met in my entire life, in real life, has been named Anthony. Every single one. Every single Scorpio male that I know. I don't know if I know any Scorpio females in my real life. I don't think I do. Every Scorpio that I know is a male, and all of them are named Anthony. I don't know how or why, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. My one Anthony, you'll see him in the comments sometimes on the Scorpio videos. He's always got something weird and off color to say, but I love him dearly. Let's see, Scorpio. I feel like you need a good shuffle. Okay. All right, I'll take these 4. Scorpio! I'm gonna take this card too. What is going on? I just shuffled the hell out of those too. God in heaven. Did you see me? I get so stressed out sometimes. Just like, oh. I literally just did exactly what this 5 of Swords card did. I'm like, oh, God in heaven. Just like a Scorpio, you would start your birthday season today and be stressed as hell about it. You would be. You would be. You're like, oh, what am I going to do about my birthday? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Carrie. I don't know any female Scorpios that I know. I don't believe I do. Maybe I do, and they just didn't tell me. Scorpios are good at keeping secrets. Yeah, what's that about? Scorpio, just express yourself. Just express yourself. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to know exactly like where you are or where you want to be, or like you're having a hard time that things are a little bit in flux for you right now, because you have this 4 of Cups, right, in reverse. So you're wanting to come out of this energy of feeling dissatisfied with the things that you have around you, the options that you have around you, right? But then you're sitting in this 2 of Pentacles energy. So you're not really sure how to do that. And what you're doing is kind of clinging a little bit more to, hi Rainbow Soul, hi girl. You're clinging a little bit to things that like seem the most practical, seem the most, like they're already in fruition. They're already more in the 3D. They've presented themselves. They seem more stable. They seem more sturdy, right? But the thing is the one in the back glows more. It's like the one to like take like more of a risk that seems like a little bit more of like a long shot actually feels to me like it's something that has more potential because it has more life force in it because of that glowingness, right? And then you have this Page of Swords, which is saying like, you really need to think about this a little bit more. Like just because something is there or it's convenient or it's presenting itself to you, sometimes it pays us to be a little bit more patient and wait it out a little bit because sometimes something better is on the horizons for us because you're sitting in this hangman position, right? Sort of reaching down into your emotional body for light, right? But meanwhile, it's kind of like right behind you, right? It's almost like whatever it is that you're really seeking is seeking you, and it is just a matter of divine timing before it sort of reaches you. So don't go for like the low-bearing fruit, if that makes sense, right? Kind of hold out, do some more research, reach into your emotional body a little bit, kind of explore those feelings because you have the Two of Cups and the Shark in reverse, which is saying that, again, it's a little bit of this energy of like that band-aiding, instant gratification, like this person is here perhaps and like they're paying me attention, so I'll just go and I'll spend my time with them because that makes me feel better, right? Because I have these feelings in my emotional body that are sort of bubbling up a little bit. I'm not really satisfied with my choices, but at least this is like a placeholder. It's like a little bit of a placeholder energy. But in doing that, you don't leave that space energetically open for God to come in and bless you and bring the things that you actually want. But you're not really surrendering to that notion. And with the Nightingale spirit, this talks about your throat chakra. With all that blue, it also talks about like Archangel Michael and really calling on strength for yourself in order to express yourself and being like, you know what, listen, there's nothing wrong with you, but like I just feel like I need something different, better suited. No one's ever better or worse, but like I need something that's a little bit more better suited. I need something that's a little bit different. Like I'm not gonna go for the low-bearing fruit. I'm gonna hold out a little bit. I'm just gonna hold out a little bit and like see what God can surprise me with. God loves to surprise his children pleasantly. So that's what's going on with you, Scorpio. You would have to start your birthday. Yeah, look at you, Eight of Swords. Stop that. Stop that. You're all tied up. Yeah, Page of Cups underneath that. You're like, I gotta have someone for my birthday. I need a date for my birthday. No, you don't. No, you don't. You are your own date. You are always in union with yourself and God before anything and anyone else. Seek first the kingdom, my loves. It's gonna be a beautiful day here. You're so precious, Chili. I love you. You are a light unto us all. You really are. We are always very grateful and blessed to have you here in the honeycomb. Sagittarius. We're making our way now. We're like a Vanessa Carlton song right now, guys. We're making our way downtown. Walking fast, faces pass, and we're homebound. Hi, Tori. What's going on, baby? This live stream, I'm gonna leave it up so it'll go up as a regular video on the channel. If anyone makes it through this whole thing and is so kind as to timestamp it for the rest of the baby bees, we would all be very appreciative and grateful for you when this goes up. If we do it in the comment section, I would personally be very grateful and appreciative. And I know your other honeybees, brothers and sisters would be too. But that's your business. You don't have to do that. Don't take that upon yourself if you don't want to. Okay, one more, Sag. Come on, Sag. We need you to bring up the tempo for the team. You want me to take these? Oh. Want this one too? Oh God. No one. This is why. This is why they're like, you need to do this for all of the signs today. Because you guys are having a moment. It's that Scorpio energy, though. Scorpio season does not acclimate well with a lot of people other than pretty much water signs, is it. It acclimates well with the rest of the water signs, and that's it. The depths are potent. All right, Saggy, so you have the 9 of Wands, you have the 3 of Wands in reverse, and you have the Spider in reverse. So what is that saying to me? What is that saying to me? Okay, Lauren, it's early. Is that you're kind of standing, hey, Matrix, what's going on? You're standing a little bit independently right now. I'm getting like Virgo hermit mode a little bit. You're being a little bit defensive against working with other people, because the 3 of Wands is like a community collaboration on projects, passions, paths sort of thing. And the Spider card talks about like networking, building soul tribes, social connections, all of that. It is a sense that you've been on your own for a while, so you're having a hard time, even with the idea of incorporating other people into the mix of whatever it is you're currently trying to build right now. But you have in this Buffalo spirit the sense that there is something coming for you. Like you have this feeling that it's like there's something coming, there's something on the way. But with the dragon in reverse, like I said, this is a spirit card. This is the eye of God. You have this weird feeling that you think that what's coming for you is something bad. Like that you're in trouble, or like, yeah, like you're in trouble and like God's mad at you and like he's about to like rain down on you. And I don't think that that's the case. I don't think that that is the case at all. I think that that's just like a weird projection that you might be having because you might be sitting in your own energy for too long by yourself. When we do that, sometimes we need to retract ourselves from society a little bit so we can kind of clear our energetic field, kind of come back to our center. But if you sit in that too long, especially with the Scorpio season coming in, all of a sudden, like you start getting weird thoughts in your head and then you start thinking things that aren't necessarily true. God always has your back. God always loves you. His intention is always to bless you, prosper you, give you a hope and a future. So, and like I said, some of that anxiety, I feel like something's coming. Your higher self knows when you're about to have a timeline change, when your season, your cycle is about to turn over, and your higher self is really excited about it. The idea of that change, that momentum, that evolution. But your 3D, your carbon body, can't really decipher that, can't discern that. And so it comes through as paranoia, as defensiveness, as anxiety, when it's really your higher self being very, very excited. And you have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, with the oyster in reverse, and the death and rebirth in reverse. So what it's saying is like you really need to let go. You need to surrender, have a little bit more of that moth energy. Surrender to the fact that whatever in the past, like whatever oyster you shucked, like you got the pearls out of the oysters in the past, yes. But what you need to do is know and remember that it is a big sea out there and you will be blessed with more oysters, and you need to collaborate and work on opening up those ones, getting new pearls, making new necklaces, doing the whole thing. And this death and rebirth card for me often talks about a death and rebirth of your poor, maybe poor, maybe it's scarcity mindset that you're having, like poverty mindset, but it's about your perspective, looking at things from a new angle for yourself too. Like you need to surrender and realize that we need to look ahead and assume that our brightest days are ahead of us, that we have not used up all of our blessings, used up all of our good fortune. God is bounty in its purest essence, right? Changing that mindset to really remember that your best and brightest days are ahead of you. They are not behind you today. Charlize! Everybody, Charlize is here. Hey, girl. All right. Capricorn. I just heard cornucopia. Succotash? Okay. Corn. Maybe you guys are eating corn. Corn speaks of fertility and abundance. Abundance. Cornucopia. Overflow. Double blessings. Double lessons. Double blessings. Okay. Okay. Capricorn's loud today. Yes, thank you, Charlize. We love Charlize. Just saw the Six of Wands and the Buffalo come out in that split. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, cat. I just heard that's a cat, that's a rat. You've eaten corn today. I'm seeing like, weird. I'm seeing like a corn patty. A corn patty, almost like a potato pancake kind of thing, but it's corn. Or like a veggie burger, like something like that, but it's got corn in it. There's something about like a corn cake? Like a corn cake. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll take these two as well. All right, let me see. I love you guys. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords with the Crow in reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands as well. Followed up, that's enough. By the Queen of Swords, who just tried to fly in reverse, with the Ace of Wands, and then the Devil card. So, Capricorn. Capricorns, maybe you're trying to play firefighter today. A little bit. Yeah, you might be trying to play firefighter a little bit today, because I see you rushing in on this Crow in reverse energy, which doesn't feel like it's your energy. It feels like you were trying to rush in almost today to alert someone like, hey, you're not following your intuition, because it seems like this Crow in reverse is attached to this Two of Wands. Like there might be someone in your environment that you know that is sort of going down the wrong path, or looking towards an option, looking at something that I don't know why they're doing it, but it feels like it is in conflict with their better judgment, with their intuition, and you're sort of in this energy of trying to run to them to let them know. You see, it's almost like you're running past this crow to get on your bike, which is sort of like a chariot, like forward momentum, sort of to let this person know, like, hey, you're not listening to your higher self. Hey, you're not following your intuition. Like, it's almost like you're daydreaming yourself down a wrong path. That seems to be the sort of energy. And then with this Queen of Swords, it's almost like you kind of being like, listen, like this, be logical right now. Be logical. This doesn't make very sense. Take a higher perspective. But the fact that it tried to fly away and then kind of go a little bit in reverse, I think that either this person or you're afraid maybe of saying that a little bit, because you're afraid this person might think that you're coming off as a little like bossy, or a little bit cold or cutting, or like a little bit like a know-it-all. Like you don't want to come out as like a know-it-all, but at the same time, when you flip it upright, which is how it did come out, you're looking at this Ace of Wands and this Devil energy, almost like, again, you're kind of saying to this person, like, hey, this bright idea, you might be talking to a Libra, like, hey, this bright idea that you have in your head right now, listen, it's coming from devil energy, like, it's coming from temptation, it's coming from your flesh, like, it's coming from the wrong place. It's not going to lead you down the right path, because it is followed up by the World with at the bottom of the deck in reverse. It's almost like you're looking at them being like, be smart, y'all. This idea you have, it's like, again, it's like this daydreaming, like her eyes are closed, daydreaming yourself down the wrong path. Yeah, it looks good, it sounds good. That kind of interfering energy always does that, but it's not going to bring you to completion. It's not going to be successfully fulfilled. It's not going to bring you into the new season and the new cycle that you actually really do want. Yeah, with the snake and the cosmic egg in reverse at the bottom of that too. It's like, this isn't going to bring you this death and rebirth, rejuvenating energy that you want so badly. So you really are trying to play like firefighter a little bit today. Look at that, Nine of Wands. Having to stand like really strong, like in your own intuition, in your own faith, in your own knowledge. What is this card? It's like calling out to me. Page of Wands. Yeah, Page of Wands. You're like, listen, we can get excited about a new way. Like, you want to daydream, you want to get excited. Like, okay, cool, but like, let's talk about something else. Let's work on a different path, because this isn't going to go the way you want it to. See my little itchy nose? Yeah. Yeah. Good for you. I mean, haters gonna hate, Capricorn. You know, like, you do the best you can. We do the best we can. We put in our 2 cents with love, compassion, and understanding, and then we leave it up to God. Call the rest grace. That's right, Chili. Baby bees unite. Aquarius. That card, hold on, I'll get to it in a second. Wow. Okay, so, you know, interesting side note. A lot of times, my readings, like, they're all timeless. I never, like, mentioned that in my intro, but all of my readings are timeless. But I find that sometimes if you go back, it's usually either it's in twos. It's either 2 months or 2 weeks. The readings seem to resonate a little bit more because it is not the past Aquarius reading that I just did. I believe it's the one before that. Actually, it is. No, it was the Patreon. I think it was the Patreon monthly for October for Aquarius. You got these 2 exact same cards. And I'm feeling like I'm pulling in the exact same energy. So that's really interesting. Do this one more time. Give you a couple more cards. We are the light. That is right. Must have dreamed of that song. Okay, so you have the unicorn in reverse, Aquarius, and then you have this firefly energy. So again, it's like that reading. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the October Patreon monthly that I did for you. So the unicorn talks about your intuition a lot, right? Kind of like living in like your own little intuitive bubble, your second sight, all of that. So in reverse, what the energy that I actually picked up for it in that video was that you were grounding your intuition, like almost taking a lightning rod and shoving it into the ground and then pushing that electromagnetic frequency, through the soil. So it's almost the idea of like taking your guidance, taking your downloads, like all of this like beautiful alchemization from God, and then trying to like actually like plant that, I don't know why I want to do this, but like plant that magic into the ground to root it. Because it's something with this firefly that's very special to you. Look, and then it's this 7 of Pentacles, and that's exactly what you're doing. That's gorgeous. It's almost like being very, very quietly while no one's watching. And that came through in your daily energy read on the Patreon yesterday too. Very quietly while no one's watching, again, in your own little world, in your own little bubble, taking your intuitive hits, your instructions from creation, and then literally planting them into the ground to create this light. What is light? Life. And then here you are sort of like praying over it, manifesting it, watching it grow. It's like when your blessings start to come in and you're very quiet about it, so no one can make their opinions on it, no one can project on it, no one can destroy and steal it, like whatever it may be, and just very quietly like tending to it. I'm being very drawn to, there was a Virgo reading I did in March at the very beginning of my channel called Tending to Love or something like that, that's being pulled in my head. Maybe because of the earthy planting energy, like paying attention to the details of this special thing, nurturing the inner light within this thing, whatever it is, project, relationship, career, whatever it is. I'm being drawn to that Virgo reading from March called like Tending to Love. It's one of the first videos I did. How interesting. So you have the stingray out in reverse too, followed out by the lizard and followed out by the camel. So there is an aspect of doing this that I think is a little bit new for you, this cause and effect with God, that is a little bit new for you. And I think that there is an element of you with your eyes closed here, trying to maintain a sense of calm, trying to maintain like your center, because it's almost like, oh my God, it's working. I'm really excited. I don't want to get unbalanced about it. So I have to make sure that I'm being adaptable. I'm being resourceful, right? I'm cleansing myself. I'm shedding myself. Make sure I'm not doing this with ego. Make sure I'm not doing this with pride. Make sure I'm not getting ahead of myself. And with the camel, also making sure like, okay, I have to make sure that I'm well rested. I'm tending to this properly. I'm tending to myself properly. Again, it's like that Virgo energy, paying attention to the details. Like, okay, I watered this plant. I loved this plant. Right? I've put like the healing energy over this. I've prayed on it. Okay, now let me pray on myself. Let me speak blessings onto myself. Let me go take a nap. Make sure I'm spiritually cleansed, physically cleansed. My space is clear. Like really like hitting it, because this doesn't actually feel like you're unbalanced. This feels like you are being very mindful of maintaining your balance so you don't end up in like a temperance in reverse energy. So that's really cool. It's like taking care of yourself as well as taking care of your blessings. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, Natalie. Aqua, oh man. Okay, Pisces. Pisces. The last two energy reads that I did on the Patreon for the Pisces, they tried to skip themselves. They tried to skip themselves. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, Pisces, I did Aquarius, and I was like, okay, we're done. And I was like, wait a second, we didn't do Pisces. They tried to like skedaddle out of their own little read. And then yesterday, I tried to go straight from Aquarius to Aries without doing Pisces. And I'm a Pisces, so I don't forget my Pisces people. I was like, what are you doing? Stop. It's like Pisces does not want anyone to look at them right now. They are like working in the utmost of silence. They're like hiding with Scorpio in their basement. They're like, don't look at me. Don't look at me right now. Don't look at me. Don't look at what I'm doing. As I say that, these cards fall out. Funny. Pisces got jokes on top of it. Pisces. I literally just heard if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's what Pisces just told me. Okay. Okay. It's funny. What did we start with? We started with Aries. Yeah, Pisces. Your last but not least. Last but not least, Pisces. Daughter Pisces, Sun Aries. That's cool. That's actually really cool. They probably balance each other out pretty well. They probably fight, but they probably balance each other out really well. I feel that my sun is in Pisces. That's funny. That's funny because your sun is in Pisces and my sun is in Pisces. Or your sun's in Aries. My Venus is in Aries. Why did I just say that? That might be something weird for me. That might be something weird for me. Huh. I'm going to move on from that. That feels like something personal I don't feel like acknowledging. So I'm just going to move on from that. You're a Cancer? Oh, you guys your birthdays are all really close then. That's awesome. That's why you're such a good mama. Cancers are like the epitome of maternal energy. It is a lit tribe. You guys probably have the best time. Y'all probably fight when you all three of you are in a bad mood. Could you imagine? Oh, you're like, I can't imagine. All right, Pisces, let me see. Do you guys know Chica? I talk about Chica sometimes. She comes up in the Shufflemancy. And she has this one song called Designer. She goes, no more fake love, fake love, fake love, love. I want designer, 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 designer. That's what's coming in my head right now. So, like I said, Pisces hasn't want anyone to look at them in days. Oh, good. I love that, Shirley's. Yeah, that's coming through. So you have the Snake card and you have the King of Pentacles. So this represents death and rebirth energy operating primarily from your higher chakra. So we're talking about your heart chakra, the way that you grow things. 722, look at that. We're talking about your throat chakra, the way that you express things with all that white, your third eye, how you pull in your downloads, your second sight, and all the purple, your crown chakra, your crown, your anointing, your direct connection to the God Almighty. And I think that you're realizing that through that by focusing on the sort of like the video that I did a few days ago at the park where I was talking about how you don't have to learn all of your lessons from the basement, right? Like you can learn them from a higher level, a higher perspective of optimism. Not everything has to be like torturous shadow work, right? Maybe you listen to me. So it really seems like you've been doing this death and rebirth of your perspective, realizing that that is the thing that was going to put you in the utmost of stability, security, being able to take care of yourself as well as take care of others, because then you have it followed up by this bat in reverse and the beaver. So the bat for me represents the moon card. It also represents ancestral energy. And the beaver talks about community. It talks about hard work, like really hard work. Creating avenues. It's almost like a little baby fuzzy elephant, because beavers like create dams, right? They create flow and movement where there wasn't before. So it's almost the idea that you understand now with this new clarity, with the sort of moon in reverse, that the way that your community has done things, the way that your family has always done things, like you are not beholden, your future is not beholden to the way things used to be in your own past, let alone the past of your family, your friends, or anything like that, that you can create new flow, new movements, inherit your ancestral blessings, right, that were not bestowed upon your family, break those generational curses. You have the ability to do that now, right, because you have this awakening, you have this clarity that from operating from a higher perspective, that is how not only you bring stability and blessings into your life from God because you're in alignment with his will for you, but also how then you create that kingdom for other people in which to flourish as well. The thing though is with this Knight of Swords and the starfish, you're not saying anything about it. You're not expressing this to anyone else. I think there is this air that, air, interesting, like H-E-I-R, air. There is this sense that you feel as though perhaps if you express this to other people that they might think that you're high and mighty. I'm getting like high and mighty. I'm also getting hive-minded a little bit. Like they're gonna think you're a little too big for your britches sort of thing, that you're being a little superficial. There's that kind of sense. But what I actually think is happening, because you have it followed up by the Otter in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. Otter talks oftentimes about friendships. And that's when I pulled this card. That's when I heard like, no more fake love, fake love. I want designer, designer, designer. It's almost like, you know, it's like you don't want to share this like good news or something like that with like fake friends, with like people that you know don't have your back, people that you know are not going to be part of your wish fulfillment, right? They want to take from you more than they want to participate with you more. But you do have this Eight of Wands, which it doesn't feel like maybe you're expressing this to a couple other people. I don't feel like you are though. I feel like this is more of like God expressing this to you, almost telling you to keep a little bit quiet, almost in the sense of by the time that these people get it or see it or know it, like your table is set, you'll already be so far away. You'll already be so far away, so far established in your King of Pentacles energy that they won't be able to interfere with it. They won't be able to project on it. They won't be able to do anything about it. You'll already be like off on the other side of the rainbow, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm pulling in for you. Yeah, Buffalo Spirit, because that's what's coming. That's what's coming. This Tiger in reverse wants to come out too, for a little bit too. On protection, I think you, again, it's a little bit like taking some of your wins in private, right? Because you know that they're coming. You don't want anyone to spoil them for you. That was coming through in the Patreon for you too. You don't, and it's like your blessings. You don't want to leave them unattended and unprotected too until they are more well established. You and your blessings are like further set away, which is, I get that. That's exactly what I'd do in true Pisces form, So, my baby bees, thank you so much for being here for the collective coffee. I hope we all had a good morning or evening or night. No matter where you are, we are always happy to have you in this honeycomb. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that this was helpful. I'm going to let this live stream go up as a regular video on the channel. So if anybody would be so kind as to timestamp, we would greatly appreciate you very, very much. Aries, your weekly video is up. Taurus, your video is going up right now. And until I see you next time, I love you very, very much. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.